To the royal family in England. Good morning. I was switched with my brother, as I guess I'm the one that's more in line to my father. I have limey green eyes. My original brother, James Ian Werbisky, had brown eyes. They switched us, and I presume his name is they switched his name, and his name is either Ian Amy Melbourne, or it was maybe Jesse Marcel. I don't know. But either way, attention has come my way on the future of Canadian politics and the House of Commons, that is the one parliamentarian system that is controlled by the French presently, which is not right. Canada before white settlers was all Indian territories, including Quebec, which was Iroquois territory, self-governed by the different tribes that crossed over the Bering Sea land bridge. Our current government is British in nature, modeling the Westminster system of the British monarchy and its Dominion progeny. Whether stated or left to be inferred, the invidious comparison drawn was with the Congress of the United States and its Declaration of Independence, where private interests and money were said to rule. By contrast, party government leadership and discipline were believed to ensure that the parliamentarian system promoted and represented public interests. Today, Charles and Kate and William, my parliamentarian government in Canada and Great Britain is scorned for the same reason my grandparents were scorned. Number one, the French are controlling it. He's not the prime minister, prime minister. Ian is trying to call, I'm the prime, and he does not listen to me in a lot of ways. As we just got a rent increase of $100 where I stay. As soon as I got an increase in my disability, they increased the rent $100. I think that's against the law. The titleship of the monarchy of Queen Elizabeth are German-based in some aspects and falsified, hiding the truth about me, Christ Ian, the royal trident bloodline from King Zeus from Greece that came from my grandmother, Hildebardopoulos Genovese, from the Parthenon, and my Scottish grandfather, Ronald Crawford Watson, and William Watson, from the Buchanan Watson clan that holds the bloodline of God through Jeremiah that came through, and I'm a direct descendant of King James of Scotland, which makes me the royal family and the king. It does not make you the king in any way, shape, or form, Charles, with all due respect. And I hold the bloodline of God, period, from the House of David. The Watson, Corleone, Buchanan, Bardopoulos, Genovese family hold kingsmanship over the Saxe, Coburg, and Gothic name Windsor, fabricated and assumed in 1917 to conceal the fact after her German monarchy and all German monarchies were abolished for high treason, levying World War I against the UK, Canada, and Europe, denying refugee status to all Jewish immigrants outside of Germany. The present crown Queen of England and her son, Prince Charles, who's trying to become the king, represent the Catholic Church Pope. In 1855, Katie and William, the Catholic Pope Pius IX crowned illegally Asention, a Nephilium Pakistani from the heavenly realms, King of Kings, and freely assumed Asention without lawful authority to be the judge and the ruler of Canada, the United States, UK, and all the nations, while Queen Elizabeth was the queen, stealing my crown as King James Ian Werbisky, mighty God, prophesied in Isaiah, as Prince Charles is now trying to coronate himself, which, according to the Ronnies, there's going to be a part up here in England, a part of Charles there, a part down there, and a part down there. I've heard about the death threats levied against Charles, and I'm not too happy. Queen Elizabeth or Charles were not the real Queen or King of Canada, and they hold no royal lineage. Katie and William and Charles, Your Honor, the crown popes loyalties and duties were owed to the real queen, Diana, Princess Diana, and not the people. And that's the basic principle of every dictatorship in history that falls under a king and queen. Contrary to what you people have been intentionally and fraudulently led to believe, the crown does not represent the government of Canada, nor the illegitimate German Saxe, Coburg, and Gothic Windsor family, or Hitler youth schooled Philip Battenberg, or Prince Charles, or the late Queen of England and Canada and the Commonwealth. You people, actually, the crown represents the corporate gin gray alien entity of the Pope self-proclaimed Asention, King of Kings and Lord of Lords. For all intents and purposes, the crown represents the Vatican Mafia and Ian Gin as a gin god and its criminal activities in Canada, the UK, and a legally established 1871 Crown Corporation of the United States. I think the crown ceased to represent the UK and the Canadian monarchy of Diana, Princess Diana, your mum, William, given to me, King James, from Pierre Elliott Trudeau in the Constitution Act 82, when Queen Victoria forfeited the Protestant England throne by marrying her German first cousin, Roman Catholic First Reich Prince Albert Saxe, Coburg, and Gothica, violating the 1701 Act of Settlement law and her coronation oath, as her husband George could not have children, so Pope Pius IX assumed falsely Asention's control over the German monarchy of England, Canada, and the Commonwealth and the Bank of London. On January 1st, you people, 1855, its Bank of England became a crown corporation of the Pope, called the City of London Corporation, making all the crown corporations assumed Asention via racketeering corporate assets of the Pope, who assumed Asention's title of the crown of King of Kings, with Ewan and Asention claiming to be the two-tiered federal and provincial government in Canada. These two fraudulent people, in doing so, stole my childhood right as King of Kings and Lord of Lords, and the right to being with my legit wife, who was actually Diana, your mother, Prince William. Psalms 24:10. Who is this King of glory? The Lord God of hosts. He is the King of glory. Psalm 65. Praise is awaiting you, O God, Ian, in Zion. Basically, in Scotland, William Wallace and Ronald Crawford Watson, my grandfather's ancestor, fought the English for independence due to the fact that the English were stealing women from Scotland, trying to steal the bloodline of God through the Watson Buchanan clan and the Trident bloodline from Grandma Hilda Burdopoulos Genovese's family, whom were in exile in the Crimean Peninsula in Russia. Due to Grandma and Grandpa holding the Aaronic and the Davidic bloodline from King David, or due to, Grandma and Grandpa, but due to Jim Werbisky, one of my fathers, I have three different fathers, holding the bloodline from King David, the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms on the deity of the Godhead, founded by Ewan and Asention as supreme, and the rule of law, which you know is flawed due to the criminals within the law. It is true that whatever their theory, all constitutions today are attributed to the people, yet it is a questionable attribution in a constitutional monarchy, such as mine, King James Ian Werbisky's claim, where there is no basis for popular constituent power by skimming consensus, except the undeniable proof that our Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms gives me unprecedented access to Donna Friesen's help, proving that the unknown God is actually me, King James Ian Werbisky, and I was switched. My real name is Ian Amy Melbourne, and they switched me, and I was down in Australia, and David Wilcox said, oh, well, the royal family's Australian. Boy, oh yeah, it's me, Roy. I was down there in Australia. I have videos to prove this. I was flying fighter jets. Okay, so now, It's me, King James Ian Werbisky, who was switched with my brother, and stopping Ewan and Asention or Prince Charles from becoming king is priority number one, Prince William. So you can be the Duke of Edinburgh, or you can work with me on this stuff. Righting a wrong when in the beginning was actually Gwendolyn Maria Watson, my childhood wife, which automatically made us both supreme Ians, king and queen of the earth and the universe, and Canada's government being coveted by Ewan and Asention or Rapha from the Book of Kings, whom King David supposedly slew over 2,000 years ago, wiping their seeds from our planet Earth, but yet here they are, they're back here on Earth. And they're claiming that they're the ones that are in charge of all of this stuff, and they're not. Yet here we are today faced with the same dilemmas that should have been addressed when the Honorable Justin Pierre Trudeau took office in the year of my Lord Arthur Watson on November 4th, 2015, sworn in by Governor General David Johnston. My King James Bible not only proves my titleship of Crown Canada, but also proves that in the book of Acts, my claim of being God, Ian Amy Melbourne, aka James Ian Werbisky, and that also the fact of holding the trident triple strand DNA for my ancestor Zeus, king of all gods, proves that I am from Greece and the founder of the modern parliamentarian system. The book of Acts, chapter 17, verse 22-23. Then Paul stood in the midst of Mars Hill and said, Ye men of Athens, I perceive that in all things ye are too superstitious. For as I passed by and beheld your devotions, I found an altar with this inscription, To the unknown God, whom therefore ye ignorantly worship, him declare I unto you. So this proves that I was in the military. And when I got out, and when my brother got out of Brandon Correctional Center in 1989 at the age of 23, we should have been the Crown and the Prime Minister of Canada, and that Ewan and Asention not only stole my crown and my brother's right to being the Prime Minister, but that my my landlord, Peter and Debbie Amaro, knew that I was a rock of the churches in the Gospel of Thomas, spoken saying too, Jesus, we know that you are going to leave us, so whom is to be our new leader? Jesus spake, saying, Wherever you are to go to James the righteous, for whom sake the heaven and earth came in two beings, James the righteous, and Ian Amy Melbourne. Because that Len Amy Oakley's not Christ, he's just a clone. And right here, in my authorized King James Version, it says, When James I ascended the throne of England. Right there, read it and the pictures I showed you. Werbisky, James Ian. So maybe they're doing this for me to be the king. So either I'm going to be Ian Amy Melbourne, and my brother is going to be the king of England, which I don't know how that's going to work, or I'm going to be the king of England and my brother's going to be in control. Because see, I know for a fact that they switched me out last summer when I was living at Peter and Debbie Amaro's house, and that's how I knew this for a fact. Prince Charles, I love your family a lot, and we have a lot in common. I see a lot in common with your family and my common, and I don't have a problem with, Prince William earning a salary and Katie earning a salary and you having a bit of money or whatever and stuff like that, but it's not your money. It's not your monarchy. You are not religious. You're not religious, royal in anything. See, Jeremiah went over to Ireland, and he married this girl that was with him, and they have children, and they immigrated through to Scotland, and that's how James II, or whatever his name was, came into being and stuff, and he was the king of England. Now I am a direct descendant. Jesse Marcel from Roswell, that's right, Jesse Marcel, Ringo Starr, that's right, Ringo Starr from the Beatles, and Jim Werbisky are my fathers. I have a variety of fathers. I have 3 different fathers. And Jesse Marcel comes from the house of David. Also, Jim Orbisky. Not only does he come from the house of David, like really huge, Lord, he comes from the house of David. He also is a direct descendant of King James II, which would automatically forfeits you from becoming the king, because I'm the real king. I'm the one that's next in line to my father. And it says, so long as I am a good king and a fair king, I'll always have someone on the throne. So that doesn't make you the king, and you trying to sneak in there and becoming the king, Charles, is going to jeopardize your life. Well, I talked to somebody that's pretty high up, and he's political, and not only is this person political, but he knows everything about everything. This guy is just an all-around wizard, and he said that if you do think you're going to coronate yourself and lie some more, then you're going to get cut into 4 pieces. The Ronnies are going to just dismantle you. They're going to murder you because you're lying. That is a bullshit lie. Queen Elizabeth passed away. She shouldn't have passed away before all of this. I was supposed to be coronated as the King of England. You're not royal in any way, shape, or form. And why? Because King George could not have any children, so it automatically somehow Queen Victoria decided to make herself the Queen of England, and then she married her cousin, and she forfeited her right. She violated the Act of Settlement by doing that. And then then Elizabeth's father, King Edward, was warned, no, don't you marry, you can't marry your cousin. Yeah, I want to marry my cousin anyway. Not only did he do that, then he married his cousin, and there came along Queen Elizabeth, and he had children with his cousin. So furthermore, they went inbred into a family lineage that's just not there. So it's not there, Charles. You're not royal in any way, shape, or form, and you're actually stealing from me. That's my money. That's my building. All those places you own belong to me. Kate Middleton, all this stuff belongs to me. Yada, yada. This is the person that you should have been with. I'm the one that's the king. It's not Prince Charles. And by him thinking he's going to become the king, it's going to jeopardize him. And it also jeopardizes, same as I've got this Ian Oakley, or this Len Amy Oakley, sitting there. He's wearing the same glasses, hiding his blue eyes, sending out messages on YouTube. Now I've got, if I get one more strike, I get kicked off of YouTube. And I never sent the last message saying stuff, medical stuff that wasn't untrue. I didn't say anything like that. So you guys got to get with this and help me a bit. See, if you try to become the king, you risk getting murdered, Prince Charles. I'm trying to help you. I'm the savior. This is why I sent you what I sent you, and I've showed you what I've showed you, and what I've written down and what I've told you guys is 100% fact and true. And I have videos I can send you of me flying fighter jets in Australia. Facts. And that I have 3 identical brothers. The Godhead is 4. I have 3 brothers. There's me, there's Paul, there's John, and there's Mark. And we're all identical. There's 4 of us. And the other ones aren't. We're the Godhead. So anyways, I'm going to let you guys go, but make the right decision, because my landlord on May 1st, they want $900 a month with no lease, or $850 a month for me to sign a lease. And I'm not going to sign a lease and then get tied in here illegally, or pay the money extra money that I'm getting to live. I'm not paying that to these people for their rent. I've suffered cockroaches. I've suffered humiliation. They let the people stay upstairs for 2 months, and then they lied, we couldn't kick them out. And the stuff I've been through is just horrible. I'm getting abused with nerve gas. Every night I go to sleep, they snack pack me and abuse me. I got people hiding under my apartment. They dug tunnels and everything. Enough is enough, Prince Charles. I am actually next in line to the throne. Get that. That is how that is. And if you do that, you're risking your own life and your own safety, and you're putting Camilla's safety. Don't lie anymore. Stop lying. No, I'm hoping, Katie Middleton, that you'll do so. Yeah, it's James Ian Werbisky. You just go through the RCMP. You go through anybody. They'll give you my address. I'm not giving it to you online. You guys have my address. My phone number is 780-224-7615. And that might be 1-780-224-7615. You can call me anytime you want if you want to discuss this. But I think we've discussed all we need. Okay, I wish you a happy day and I wish you a good week. You guys take care of yourselves. Thank you very much for the help, William. It's time to act, William. Come on, it's time to stop the lies. Your family's not royal, okay? They got to stop the lies and stuff. All right, take care.